Hello everyone, today we're gonna be watching Hardspace Shipbreaker review. We owe you trademark edition. Trademark. Holy shit, copyright. Oh my god, there's so many little titles. I don't know. Okay, by Sethzentach. Let's check it out in the count of 3, 2, 1.
Hey,
go.
hey,
I
people,
never played this
Seth
game.
here. I'm happy to report that your application to Lynx Corporation has been accepted. Now, if you'll just sign here, 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 and...
What did they say? I have the criminal look, okay. Alright. This is very much like American airport like surveys. It's like, are you a terrorist? Please say yes if you are. No thanks.
And here, don't read it too closely, is just a standard lawyer speak. You know how these types are. But we're not like them. We're shipbreakers.
Holy shit.
We know
This
the
game
true
looks
meaning of
so good. What?
lawyers
Is that in-game gameplay?
speak. You know how these types are. But we're not like them.
Dude. What is...
We're shipbreakers. We know the true meaning of tenacity, of perseverance, of teamwork. The job is hard. The pay isn't
Oh,
great,
God.
but we'll do it anyway. Each and every day, we wake up to do the dirty work, the kind of jobs they don't want to talk about. You'll find a whole new breed of workers up here in orbit. We're honored to have you join the team. Welcome to Hardspace Shipbreaker.
That's awesome. So it's like fucking cleaning crews. So you go and recycle
Welcome
ships.
to Link to your new life. Literally. Yeah, read the fine print next time, Buster. We own you. Now, that'll be $1.2 billion plus tip, of course. So,
Oh,
what are you
God.
waiting for? Get in that salvage bay and seize the opportunity
Every
of a
best
lifetime.
game starts with a dip. Huge dip.
Hey, how's our new debt slave doing? I'm just messing with you. Look, we run a tight ship
God
here,
damn it.
so I'll make this as quick as I can. Microgravity may seem complicated, but really, it's easy as 1, 2, free. Just hope that's not lose your grip, drift away from the station, and become one with the lifeless
Oh,
cosmos.
fuck.
Don't worry, you can always top up on fuel for a paltry fee of $10,000. Your thruster pack is capable of maneuvering along the 6 degrees of freedom.
Oh, my
There's no
God.
air resistance up here, so you'll get real familiar with Newton's first law. An object at rest will stay at rest, and an object in motion will stay in motion
Yep.
until acted upon. To move other objects, use your grappling tool to apply force and cause acceleration. If that just activated a neuron, good. For reference, 1 Newton is the amount of force required to accelerate 1 kilogram by 1 meter per second, with no air resistance
Okay.
by 1 meter per second.
1 kilogram, 1 meter per second. So if we want to have used 1 meter per second, we need to use 1,000. So we need to convert it to gram. So it's 1,001 what? 1,000 Newton?
Second, with no air resistance or friction, even a small amount of force can add up over time, allowing you to
accelerate
move
a
pretty much
lot.
anything with just a little elbow grease. Just remember, that object now requires an equal amount of force to decelerate. If you're unsure
Yeah.
what 20,000
Oh, this is
Newton
awesome.
would feel like, worry not. We have the data. Sadly,
Oh my
we can't
god. This is like a space engineer's Clegg was like a human.
just apply all this force for free. Newton's third law states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. To work
Yes.
in space, you need to understand this implicitly. So hopefully I'm getting it through your head now rather than later.
Yep.
Your HUD shows what your thrusters can properly counter-thrust against. Remember, red means bad. Luckily,
Oh,
you've got
that's-
just the tool
okay.
to make that pesky law work for you. Tethers. Just connect one end, then the other, and watch as the tether creates an unbalanced force, bringing both objects together. It's not fast, but it's automatic, freeing you up for more important matters.
Okay.
Like cutting. Your laser cutter has 2 modes. Cut mode can make one giant lateral cut through just about anything. Precision mode can destroy any one single component. All ships are held together with yellow structural beams. These have no salvage value, so just cut them to your heart's content.
Brilliant. Oh my god, that's so good.
Maybe watch where you cut. If you hit a fuel line, you've got a good while to find the shutoff valve. If you hit a nuclear fuel line, you've got about 10 seconds.
Fuck! Are you fucking serious? You can actually blow up a nuclear reactor in the ship?
Hey, you. Finally awake.
To find these structural beams, turn on your scanner. You see
Okay,
the
give me a second because this game is so fucking good. It's like if that game that you clean with a hose was actually good, and it was like sci-fi and it had consequence. Holy, the game is actually like $18 in my region. I'm gonna buy this one. Holy, this is so good. Like, it's been a while since I actually wanted to play one of Seth's games that he reviewed, but this is actually something that is up right my alley.
Light, that's the pressure indicator. Hey, wait, stop, don't cut.
Right up my alley. Yeah. Another fuel pipe destroyed.
Welcome back. Nothing like a spare or two to let the lesson sink in. As I was saying, in order to safely transport fragile human bodies through the cold void of space, ship interiors need to be pressurized, preferably to about 1 atmosphere. If the pressure is too low, certain liquids, like say water, risk going below their triple point. Try not to imagine the excruciating pain of every single molecule of water in your body coming to a boil near instantaneously.
Okay, that's bullshit. That's bull. It doesn't come out of your eyes that easily. It takes, if you want a good sci-fi, a space TV show, watch Expanse. That shit is scientifically logical to a point of realism, but it has some stuff, but those stuff aren't related to human science, so it's okay because we don't understand any other physics other than our own.
To experience it firsthand, just remember, therapy costs extra. Honestly, a good day's work should be all the therapy you need. Now, back to... Oh, what was that? You want to know what happens when the pressure's too high? No.
Don't! You crushed! You get crushed!
Your scanner will show whether any given compartment is pressurized or unpressurized. You can look for airlock.
So wait!
You don't. Your
So you have to maintain your ship's pressure, or the ship that you're salvaging, or you have to build a ship for your workers to keep them safe.
Whether any given compartment is pressurized or unpressurized. You can look for airlocks and atmospheric regulators to safely toggle the compression. But word of advice, you're on the clock. Remember the wise words of Benjamin Franklin. Haste avoids waste.
Fuck you. Oh, that's such a good line.
That's the spirit. Now, we'll cover sorting. Raw materials go into the furnace. Complicated structural components go into the processor. And anything with resale value goes into the barge. We don't expect, nor are we paying you to remember that. So, it's integrated into your HUD. Payments are due Tuesday, by the way. Correctly sorting, nor are we paying you to remember that.
How much are you getting paid for this fucking shit? Bro, 6 million? 6 million isn't bad for a savage. Holy shit. And we're in the, oh, that means like $1 trillion debt or something. What? It's $1 trillion debt. What the fuck?
Correctly sorting items will add to your salvage goals. Incorrectly sorting or outright destroying items will take away from your salvage goals, and the lost value will be docked from your next pay stub.
Yeah, no shit.
But let's make sure it doesn't get that far, huh? The best way to fix a mistake is to avoid making it in the first place. Humanity had to learn that lesson the hard way.
Okay, so how do you preemptively stop the ship from nuclear exploding when you want to salvage it?
If you see
it's like a monitor system,
there,
like a
don't touch
safety.
Them. Don't mess with them. Just is to avoid making it in the first place. Humanity had to learn that lesson the hard way. If you see any AI nodes out there, don't touch them. Don't mess with them. Just destroy them. Trust me, it's not worth a risk.
Why?
Nothing is worth a risk. Got all that? Great.
True.
I'm sure you've got it covered.
Nothing's
from
worth
here.
risking
Now,
this game.
I've got very important work to do. If you need help, use your radio, but don't use it too much. As I always say, avoiding chatter makes profits fatter. Hey Cutter, sorry about that guy. We're under audit by corporate on account of that whole union thing. You wouldn't happen to know about that, would you? I'm just messing with you. Now, I noticed you skipped over a big chunk of your training. Your scanner actually has 2 more modes, systems and objects, neither of which react well to being cut apart. So, it's always a good idea to scan ahead. Remember, measure twice, cut once. Ships these days are nuclear powered. Once you remove a reactor, it'll trigger a meltdown timer. So, make sure you've prepared an exit strategy, or else...
That's actually quite realistic. In a space, a nuclear explosion isn't as big and as destructive as it is on Earth, because there is no air to create any pressure or create any winters or create any kind of bullshit. It's just that the explosion radius is...
The small reactors. The level 2 reactors are a bit more complicated. Hold up now. Training time has not been authorized. Who cares about level 2 reactors once you've seen one?
Okay, one correction before everyone in the comment section kills me. It's not that the fact that the space is just doesn't have air, that the explosion seems small. It's the fact that it's too big too. In a space, the distance you usually travel doesn't really register well because there is nothing to get forward to in an emptiness. So that's why the explosion in the distance that you are usually like kilometers away from it is small because you think you're close.
Been authorized. Who cares about level 2 reactors? Once you've seen one reactor, you've seen them all. That's what I always say. Listen, I know nobody likes a middle manager coming in making life difficult, but just hear me out. I hit my goals and I'm out of your hair, but we all gotta pull the rope in the same direction. Get it? Cooperation. Co-op-eration. When you first start this game, I mean job, it seems pretty chill. Just you, the ship, and all the time in the world.
No way, there's co-op.
Not really. Each shift is exactly 15 minutes down to the second. We will not pay overtime, and we're tired of hearing about it. You can always start a new shift from where you left off. I mean, it's not like it's going anywhere. This system may seem strange at first. Why have a time limit when you have all the time in the world? Because time is money. Each shift has fixed operating costs and not all salvage is created equal. 3,000 for a light? Fuck that. The 3 seconds it takes to salvage one are far more valuable. Just chuck the whole piece into the processor and move on. Do you really need to painstakingly separate every single piece of furniture from the cockpit just to save some scrap metal? No, just barge the whole thing. We aren't janitors, we're liquidators.
That's such awesome fucking way of thinking about it. Just throw the whole thing. Someone else is going to take the details apart and like price them accordingly, and they're gonna get paid more, not the slave that literally is worker. Why? Who gives a shit? Who knows what is like worth more?
We extract liquid capital from illiquid assets and die of acute radiation syndrome. On that note, nuclear reactors don't explode. An atom bomb works by taking a subcritical mass of a fissile material and using an extremely precise array of explosives to compress it into
Norton. Yeah, Norton. Yeah, Norton.
To a supercritical mass.
It,
reactors don't do this. They use a fissile material to heat water into steam, which powers a normal-ass steam turbine. A reactor will never go supercritical. If a runaway reaction occurs, the nuclear fuel will get hot enough to boil the metal casing of a reactor, and what has a lower boiling point than most metals? That's right, water. If you want to learn more about criticality, here's a simple...
That's such an awesome, man. Like... I learned about nuclear reactors in physics. Basically, they teach you a decent amount of it, especially in Iran, because the science is very like dangerous to think about even, especially because, you know. But I learned a lot more about the classical ways of how reactors actually work from the HBO's Chernobyl. That I love that show.
Experiment you can do at
really
home.
Brutal,
you just need 2 beryllium hemispheres, a subcritical mass of plutonium, and a screwdriver. Place your plutonium core in between the hemispheres and prop up the top one with your screwdriver. The neutrons emitted by the fissile plutonium will bounce off a beryllium shell. So, as you lower the top half down, these neutrons will be forced back into the core, thus raising the criticality. Full coverage will lead to super criticality.
More of a chain reaction here. Criticality, I love it the way he says it.
That did not produce light. What you just saw is called Cherenkov radiation, which occurs when charged particles move faster than the speed of light through a given medium. Space is...
What? I didn't know that!
Faster than the speed of light through a given medium. Space is generally characterized by a lack of medium, so reactor explosions should not emit Cherenkov light. But I digress. While you trained in the art of hazmat safety...
Okay, I didn't know the details of it to that extent, but holy shit, he actually did the research. Thank you.
While you trained in the art of hazmat safety, I mastered the ways of Hakuchido. While you trained in the art of hazmat safety, I mastered the ways of Hakuchido.
Why did you get that?
While you need a forklift certification to destroy a warehouse full of product, I am untethered by such restrictions. But is the extra money really worth a risk? No. To be honest, I've already paid off my debt. I am a multimillionaire. I am no longer in it for the money. I'm in it for the pride, the thrill, the obsession of constant improvement. I end each shift satisfied, yet disappointed. The wealth of experience and knowledge I've just obtained has made me better than the man who started the shift. That man was a fool, a buffoon, a moron. I could do better. No, I will do it faster. Each and every day I'll strive to master the art of shipbreaking until I've reached the peak of salvage excellency, dismantling an entire ship in a single shift. The poor man's job simulator
Oh, that's brilliant.
Is a simulator of a mundane, of a life where mediocrity is rewarded and excellence is punished. It takes a masterwork to reignite that spark in a man's heart. The spark of ambition to confidently end each day a better man than you were before. And that is why Hardspace Shipbreaker is, hey, doesn't this job suck? Oh man, I hate this job. Do you want to unionize? I want to unionize. Okay,
holy
cool.
shit, but can you?
Union newsletter. So now corporate union busters are gonna target you. Okay, cool. Bye.
Fuck. Yeah, that shit happens.
What the fuck just happened? I forgot my pills, didn't I? When I play one of these work for an exploitative corporation that doesn't care about your health and safety kind of games, many such cases, I do not want to quote-unquote fight the power. I want to exist within the system, grasping for any semblance of human connection in a society that dehumanizes us down to mere cells in a spreadsheet.
Oh my god.
This is the same company
that's
that
reality right now.
Before bowing to a modicum of safety regulations. If your solution to the teletransportation paradox is...
That's so dark. Oh my god. If China could do that, they fucking would. They are really literally trying, combining genomes together to make new fucking beings. Beings, not animal beings. And I bet they would fucking do this shit.
As long as they make their debt payments, you haven't made a fixable society. You've made Cruelty Squad, except I can actually see. However, they wanted a story with a climax.
Oh my god, that's what an amazing inside joke.
The final mission of the game is a fun twist on normal gameplay. Instead of breaking apart the ship and carefully sorting the remains, you have to intentionally fail all of your salvage goals. But you can't just chuck the whole thing into the furnace. That would create value for the company. You've got to go absolutely hog wild, using everything you've learned to do the worst job you possibly can. But you wouldn't hurt an innocent mega corporation like Lynx, right?
Fuck them.
After all, we're a team here.
They
like hell we
suck.
Are.
We're not. If you're a worker, you're not in any teams unless you're in a union. My country has unions for every branch. Literally, workers have to be in the union to get insurance and get a decent payment. Otherwise, you're gonna get ripped off immediately.
Where'd I put those pills? Listen, we just want to talk with your bosses. We get our meeting, and this will all be over.
Synthesized.
Why protect them? Do you think Lynx
in my
sees
country,
you
it's
any
just
differently
insane
from the rest of us? You know the difference between you people and me? I know Lynx treats you like slaves. Hell, that's why they're the biggest in the solar system. I made it to the winning team. People like you trying to lift each other up, you're just letting others keep you down with them. For what?
This must look like my grandpa for some reason. This is so good.
We own you. I got the right to do whatever I want to you. You were nothing until Lynx found you. Obedience is success. You've chosen to cross the company that gave you a chance. We'll drive you into the ground with debt. We'll give you work so dangerous you'll revive 20 times a day until your DNA comes apart at the seams. And when you come back as a useless, gibbering blob, we'll make your family pick up the bill.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think it's time for a pill.
Delicious.
That's better.
Pills
now,
are the
we
best.
can discuss one of the most bizarre endings I've ever seen in a video game. So, we've established that this system is basically unfixable, right? So, how do they fix it? Well, the middle managers get demoted, Lynx deletes the fucking slavery clause from their contracts, Space Congress outlaws cloning machines, but the Shipbreakers Union specifically lobbies to keep their cloning machines.
This shit is real! It's happening right now! I mean, not about the cloning machine, but this lobbying shit happened. And that's the biggest way of corruption in this fucking, let's say neo-capitalism, because the old capitalism was a bit more manageable.
And everyone responsible
Right
gets
now,
off
it's just too much.
scot-free and continue to profit from the situation. The society has not changed. The working conditions are exactly the same. And
But
literally
fuck
nothing
them.
has been done to keep humanity out of the ever-grinding cogs of industry. But yay, good job. You did it. Or I mean, you didn't do it. You're fucking dead. Your clone did it. Moral of the story, I guess. Workers are expendable.
That's such fucked up. That is so funny. Just think about it.
The
Holy
human
shit.
soul is replaceable, and it's morally correct to enslave people, just don't actually use the S word. In summary, Hardspace Shipbreaker is a cosmic scrapyard sim that I've played instead of doing actual work. But I find great comfort in this, because
It is
there's
work.
something very soothing in the act of orchestrating and rehearsing mundane activities. In a single playthrough, I have justified and vindicated the entire nation of Germany and their infatuation for workplace simulators. I believe there's a quantum reality out there where this game was entirely a
I love that
sandbox.
game.
However,
Such
the
a chill
trade-off
game.
is that in that reality, Factorio is a heavily scripted, story-driven FPS.
No, it's not.
Considering my blessings, I prefer to stay in this universe where I can safely say I give this game a yes. Is that in that reality?
There was so much shit
Already.
UI in that. Okay, GTA. I have no idea what that is. That looks like some old game I played. It's RuneScape maybe? I don't know.
Is a
Minecraft is
story-driven
What is
FPS.
going on?
Considering my blessings, I prefer to stay in this universe where I can safely say I give this game a Y out of 10 because 99% of the gameplay loop is incredibly enjoyable. Highly recommended. Will make your little nuts quake in their sack. But the rest? For what purpose doth it exist? If I could go back in time and change one thing, I would shoot John Lennon myself. But if someone else went back in time, please consider telling the developers that there's no point to a story in a game like this. For the price they're currently asking, I would recommend waiting for a sale.
Oh yeah, it's way cheaper in this region. Still, I'm going to wait for a sale.
Alternatively,
If
you can get
50% off is
40% off
obvious.
from Polish merchants, or 100% off by catfishing someone online and blackmailing them into buying it for you. And now for a word
In
from our
this
sponsor.
economy, no
You
one's
may
buying your
notice
shit.
This video required some research that would be fine in the simpler times of yore. But these are not simple terms. These days,
Was that Nicki Minaj? No. What was that? I forgot that actor's name. You know, Wrecking
you
Ball
can't
girl.
even type me, ASF, at the House Energy and Commerce Committee on March 23rd, 2023 on your favorite Robert Pattinson video. So imagine how they'd react to my recent search history of how to make an atom bomb and piss thrust vector math. I'd be locked up for sure. Thankfully, I used ExpressVPN's
Oh my god, ExpressVPN doesn't work anymore. Stop it. Stop it.
secure private
Use Turbo
connection.
VPN.
So these pesky federal agents are now stuck battling
Miley Cyrus! I fucking guessed it right. Fuck you. After
the
years.
streets of Miami, looking for the guy who used
Yakuza.
ChatGPT to calculate how much piss it would take to bring the International Space Station out of orbit. Yes, this is the true future of research. Search engines will
To weight it down? You can't make something in space heavier than it is. There is no weight in space. What is going What? To use a...
no longer link you to third-party websites, but will instead use their own large language models trained on, oh, would you look at that? Your data. With ExpressVPN, you can put a layer of protection between your personal data and their training data. Do not teach the machine. Instead, let it teach you, then gaslight it into giving you disallowed information. So now, I have my very own subcritical
Awesome.
mass of plutonium, and ExpressVPN has my endorsement. Find out how you can get 3 months of protection for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Seth or by using my link in the description below. I'm
That's-
legally
that dude
obligated
looks
to have
awesome.
an entire minute after the advert, so I'm gonna run down the clock. This is the last of the collaborative videos done between me and my boy Toast. He's more than a man, he's my husband. Please subscribe, much like a flower,
What is going
without
on? I have no idea who that is even. From the Street
to me,
Fighter.
he will surely perish. Basically, from now on, I do everything on the main channel, and he's gonna do adverts. Also, he's gonna help with a second channel.
Just
I
change it
believe it's a
immediately.
good place for less scripted, less coherent, and more schizophrenic content. I want a channel that's just intrusive thoughts, manifesting into a corporeal form that, upon watching, doesn't improve the quality of your life, but rather actively reduces it. But before that, gonna take a small break. I haven't had adrenochrome ever since Epstein got busted, and I haven't really felt the same. So I want to take it easy for now. Hang out with some of my best buds at the Bohemian Grove, and I'll be right back at it. As always, more content to come.
Who's your
so
best
stay
friend at
tuned.
the Grove,
A warm
man?
thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. This one is free, the next one isn't. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one. Hey people.
So wait, what do you mean next one isn't free? Is it like Patreon only? Because how much is your Patreon monthly? Let's see. Okay, that's actually, I'm not gonna say anything, but that's a decent price. I mean, it's not. Wait, it's not even Seth. Wait, he doesn't have a Patreon. What is going on? Where is it? Someone else using Seth's username? This is not Seth. Okay, now this is just getting too crazy. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. The thing is, I really love the games that are like this. Like Factorio, that other game when people are like fall from oh my god, what was his name? You know, the same, it's basically Factorio, but you have people to control, a bunch of people, and you can, it's like prison architect. Oh my god, I forgot the name. My memory has been fucked up over fuck. But yeah, see you all later, and I hope the next video is going to be free for all to watch. Hopefully. Let's hope so. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you all later.